Alright, then we will get into lesson 5. Actually, this is part 2. Okay. Alright, and of course we will use the MATLAB and we will visualize the motion down a frictionless incline. It's very important. We always study the frictionless incline in dynamics using the Newton's second law. By the end of this part, students should be able to, number one, identify the force component acting down an incline, compute the acceleration on a frictionless slope, compare the motion for different incline angles, and we're going to plot the acceleration versus angle in the MATLAB. An object on a frictionless incline, you have force. We can calculate the force by multiplying mass with acceleration due to gravity. It is an incline, so therefore you have to use a component, okay, of your path. I would say that's a sine theta. We already know what an incline, okay, looks like this, okay, so don't forget the angle is right here. Yeah, you know the sine, yeah, adjacent, and then of course your hypotenuse, and this is your adjacent, and this is your opposite. Sine means opposite divided by the hypotenuse. Yeah, this is opposite, and this is hypotenuse, and then this is adjacent. Okay, your cosine is this divided by that. Okay, it's just a value. Sine is this divided by that. Okay, so if you actually look at it, we usually call that's a vertical and that's a horizontal when we break down the vector, yes, for force. Okay, so we're just looking at the horizontal. So if you look at the incline, it's this, yeah, and we usually draw like this, okay, and then of course that's a 90-degree, yes, of course, and your real gravity is going down this way. I don't want to go back to the lecture. You should be able to understand. And that is your vertical, which is the same as this because they are parallel to each other. Okay, look at that. Yeah, see that? So that's why we take a sine, for the gravity, which is this guy. And of course, the horizontal, which is that line, would be, okay, you should actually draw this way. So it is parallel with this too, yeah? That's where all your sine and cosine come from. And I said they don't change. So therefore, make sure you study that. Yeah, anyway, so your acceleration, and then of course, Newton's second law, A divided by F divided by M. And then your A, again, the same thing, where concentrating the vertical, so therefore it's always sine, sine theta g. That means on a frictionless incline, we don't care about the friction, so one less work to do. Your acceleration depends on your gravity. Angle, which is this guy, of incline, and does not depend on your mass. Alright, activity 1, we are going to calculate 20 kilogram block slides down a 30-degree incline without the friction. So less calculation to do. A is equal to G sine theta. A is equal to 9.8 times sine theta is going to be 30 degrees. So therefore we put that in. 9.8, 0.5, and you get 4.9 meters per second squared for acceleration linear. This is acceleration due to gravity because your gravity is pulling it down, the object, of course. And then of course I'll go ahead and code it. We will clear everything up. And then of course you code it. I already gave you this slide. Code all the way down to here, and you're gonna end the acceleration down the slope. You will get 4.90 meters per second square. Okay, and that is your 30-degree incline, the angle. So pretty easy. Given here, G, your angle theta in degree, 30. We are gonna put that in here, put this in there, and calculate A, G times sine in degree. D mean in degrees your unit is, and then theta, and you will get that. Of course, we print the answer, and you got 4.9 meters per second square. Okay. All right. Then move on to the activity 2. Your angle, we're going to change 0 to 6. It varies. So you're looking at the range. Yeah, so therefore we start coding again. And here it is a range going 5 to 60. Yeah, going 0 to 60 with a 5. Yeah, a unit increment. And of course we calculate the same equation. Display the table is because it's not a single measure, a single calculation. It's just a table, yeah, a set of numbers in the range 0 to go all the way to 60. Okay, because your question said is so we are going to go 0 degree to 60. We code it that way, and then we calculate. Yeah, and then of course you should end up getting that. In your MATLAB, it's going to be this. Yeah, when you round it, you should get this. Okay. Of course, do the same thing for activity 3. Your block is going to start from the rest and slide down 45-degree incline. We're going to find the acceleration, velocity, and the distance. We will use all this equation. I already showed you 1,000 times. You shouldn't have any kind of issue. A is g times sine theta, vertical. Because you're dealing with the gravity, so that was got to be straight down. Yeah, and your velocity is at. S is 1 by t, at squared. Okay, and that's your distance. So you divide a times a t the whole square divided by 2 will give you your s. We clear everything given, calculate, print. Okay, so that's pretty easy. Your range 0 to 5 going with 0.1 step. All right, and then we go in, and here is your range. So therefore, there's a dot. This is just a regular. Yeah, we didn't do range for that because that's just a regular t. Has nothing to do with the range t. Range t, we're just looking at how the distance changes according to that in this equation. So make sure you know which one's what. And then of course calculate, print it, plot it. Yeah, you should get two figures like that. So that would be 3, and when you draw it, you will get yes, and that of course is this. I show you two at the same time. Yeah, don't worry about this. A little color. You can change the color whenever you want it. Activity 4, you will compare 20-degree and then 40-degree. So online student, if you need the code, it's like this. Okay, I'll go slowly so you can see it. You can pause, of course. Yeah, and or screenshot whatever you want to do, and then yeah, type it in. For in class, you have your code, or I give it to you in the PowerPoint. Alright, activity 4, you are going to compare 20-degree and 40-degree. That's a shallow and that's a steeper incline. And we'll take a look at and try to understand which one gives us greater acceleration, the steeper slope, larger acceleration. Your velocity increases faster on the steeper slope. Your distance is going to grow faster on the steeper slope. Okay, so let's see. We have a program, clear, given 9.8, 20, 45. Calculate, still sine in degree, that we're still dealing with the acceleration due to gravity. And then of course we have a 0 to 5 with 0.1 step, and you have v1 and v2. Okay, we print it and plot it, and you should get something like that. We code it, yeah, clear, given, calculate, range, plot it, and then run. And you will get 20-degree is shallower incline, then your 45-degree is a steeper. Yeah, it's a steeper incline. So you see the velocity. Look at this. At time 0.5 shallow incline, steeper incline, velocity is larger. Yeah, that's how we look at it. Okay, so that's your comparison. And of course, the student exercise part 2, you will change 10, 30, and 60 So here you're going to get one more line. All you have to just put, you have two angles already, go theta 3, and your theta 3 is 60. Since you have theta 3, you're going to have A3. The same thing, put the theta 3 in there. You will have V3, and put the A3 in here, which you will get from there. And plot it, and you have 2, so make sure you hold on and plot V3 down there. And it's going to show you 3 lines instead of 2. Change from 2 to 3 incline. And then here add 1 more degree right there. That's all you have to do, and you will have of course 3 lines instead of 2. All right, that's it for the part 2.